What's up, guys? Good morning. Don Michaela here. And this is what I'm doing this morning. Absolutely nothing. I am sitting and I am breathing and centering myself and just drinking a cup of tea and just being. That should be a bumper sticker now I'm thinking about it. Just be and drink tea, or just drink tea and be. One of the two. It's money, guys. Actually, really cool story. So this tea, I actually bought this tea yesterday, and it's called Fountain of Youth. And check this out, this is so cool. So this tea right here will actually go in and repair the broken, frayed ends of your DNA. What? So crazy cool, right? And it helps fight stress, helps support your adrenals. This is just gold in a cup, and it just tastes so good. So good. And it just feels good to just relax and do nothing but drink a cup of tea. It's the little things in life, guys. Anyway, so that actually brings me to what I want to talk about this morning. So you have been told that sugar and carbs and all that stuff, that is the problem. And that the fact that you're addicted to those foods is causing you to feel unhappy, stressed and tired and like all those negative emotions, right? But that is not true. Not true, guys. What is the truth? Okay, the food is just a symptom. The food is just a symptom of a much bigger thing. So what actually needs to happen is flip that over. It's reverse. Okay, you are feeling addicted to food because you're unhappy, stressed, and tired. Okay, so if you think of your life as like scales, okay, right now your scales are way out of whack. Okay, I don't want to chuck tea everywhere. So your scales are all out of whack, okay, because just emotion is just running the train right now. You're just stressed and tired and just trying to get through the day and get dinner on the table and pick the kids up from school and go to soccer practice, and there's nothing left for you. There's nothing left for you. There's no passion for you left. There's no joy. There's no energy left for you. So you're left feeling exhausted and tired and stressed and unhappy. And to try to cope with that, you're using food. And this is what's at the basis of emotional eating, is you've got all these emotions, stress and unhappy and anxiety and depression and loneliness and all this stuff, because your life is so out of whack. Those emotions are coming up. And you're using food to cope with it. So you're using sugar to give you that little moment of pleasure, that little moment of happiness that you're missing. You're using carbs to bring you that sense of comfort and security that you feel, because just your life is just fucking wackadoodle crazy town. And you're looking for food to just give you that moment, just a split second, even if it's temporary. Just that moment of happiness and comfort. Okay, and you know, it's really sad because I know that women don't do this intentionally. I know that you have the best of intentions, because I had the best of intentions. I wasn't doing this to intentionally hurt myself. I just didn't know another way, and you know, I felt so out of control that I would, you know, my scales were so out of whack that I looked at dieting, give me some sense of control. Maybe some chains would chain that scale down, right? But the thing is that whenever I dieted, I would feel more unhappy, more stressed, and more tired, because it was literally taking every ounce of my physical, emotional, and mental energy to stay on the diet. So the diet was actually just throwing me even more out of whack, making me feel like the food was even more the problem. So I had to diet even harder, right? Have you guys felt like this? It's a vicious cycle, dude. Vicious cycle. It's so hard to get out of. It's only hard to get out of as long as you keep buying into that story. As long as you keep thinking that food's the problem, food's the problem, food's the problem. The food is causing me to be unhappy, stressed, and tired. You're unhappy, stressed, and tired just because life is just completely out of balance, and you're using food to cope with that. Okay? And so, you know, when I'm talking about food is just the symptom, Symptom of what? The addiction to food is a symptom of the fact that you have lost yourself. You've lost your joy. You've lost your peace. You've lost your center. You've lost that connection to your body. That's gone. I mean, remember, before all these issues with food came up, before you started using food to cope with stress, before, all life started happening, you were just a little kid. You didn't have food addiction and eating problems when you were 3, 4. You were this little naked kid running through the sprinklers with ice cream on your face, sitting with a popsicle dripping down your chin, taking naps at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, playing make-believe, hiding under the bed because you're, some superhero hiding from, your life was all joy and dreams and rest, and so you didn't need food. And you've lost that. You've lost that play. You've lost that sense of joy. And that is what is causing that imbalance that you are then using food to cope with. Okay? And that is what I do. So we fix that when I work with women one-on-one. This is how, so getting back in touch with yourself, this is how I went from 220 pounds, size 18, dieting for 12 years, unhappy as hell, unhappiest I've ever been, to a size 6, kept the weight off for 10 years, and am the happiest I've ever been. It wasn't through dieting. And that is how I get those results for my clients over and over and over again. I've never not had a success story. Let that sink in. I have never failed to pull a woman out of this. And so it's like, yes, if you're feeling out of control with food and sugar and all that, I will give you tools for that. I will absolutely give you tools for that. We're going to talk about sugar. I'm going to give you tools to help break that need to go to sugar. So sugar addiction, taken care of. Feeling out of control with carbs, we'll talk about that too. We'll make you not afraid of carbs anymore, not afraid of food. We'll bring balance to food and to your eating. You're gonna lose weight and you're gonna keep it off. Okay, so all those things that you've been wanting, like I just want to not be addicted to food, I just want to lose weight and all that, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, guys. But that is not the big picture. Okay, that's just a little side effect. Okay, that's the good part, is all of that stuff is just the side effect of the fact that by the time you graduate my program, you are gonna be so in love with yourself. You're going to feel so powerful. You're going to feel so connected. You're going to be so happy. You're going to reconnect with that joy, reconnect with that peace, so that by the time you graduate, you're a fucking force to be reckoned with. You have risen like a fireball. You're empowered. You feel beautiful, and you don't need those diets. You don't need those rules anymore. Your scales are balanced. And so when those scales are balanced, you don't need food anymore. You don't need those cravings. You don't need to go to food to try to balance that. And that's the beauty of mindful eating. Okay? So again, guys, just remember that you are not the problem. You are not the problem. This addiction to food is not the problem. The problem is much bigger than that. The problem is that you have lost yourself. You've lost your joy, and you are worth it. You are worth getting back in touch with that. You are worth owning that. Okay? You're worth it, guys. You are worth, think of it this way, you are worth doing this. You are worth setting aside 10, 15 minutes in the morning to just breathe and be and drink a cup of tea. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.